Welcome to yet another update on my process of the replacement of the RPM indicator bulbs with LEDs in Beogram 4002 and 4004 turntables. For more information, please visit our blog at beolover.blogspot.com or go to our website at www.beolover.com. This shows the redesigned boards. There is an A and a B board for either side of the RPM panel. The connections are being made through these terminals here. They solder directly to the PCB in the RPM panel. The LEDs on the boards are not red-green anymore like in the previous versions. They are warm white, outfitted with a filter to make them even more incandescent looking. And that's about it. Let me show you how to install them. Let's do it. So here you see the RPM panel from the bottom. The first step is to remove the bulb covers. That's best done with a screwdriver. You just pry them out like this. After this is done, it's time to unsolder the bulbs. This is best done with a solder pump, solder sucker. You see here I just remove the solder on those points, and now typically one can remove the thin wires of those bulbs and pull them out of their compartments. Sometimes these wires are still stuck a little bit, then you either wiggle them or well, you heat them up with the soldering iron. So the next step is to put some solder flux on the solder points of the bulbs. That looks good. And also put some flux on the solder points on the LED boards. And now it's time to position the LED boards. They fit snugly into the compartments. And now just hold them in place, make sure they are straight, like so. And then all you need to do is grab some solder with the hot iron and touch each of those connection points. And the solder, because there is flux everywhere, will just flow across everything and make nice connections. And that's it. Let's do the other side. And again, the important part is to hold them in place, that they are well aligned and that the board is all the way butts up to the aluminum. That's important. So one more solder point and we are pretty much done. Final step is to put those bulb covers back. They just can be pushed back in. Sometimes, as you see here, one needs to press down the flat plastic part that it goes under the cover properly. Here we have the problem again. So, and now the bulb cover is back on. Okay, let's give this a spin. So here you see nice natural color. Looks like a bulb. Lovely, I say. Now you know how to replace the RPM indicator bulbs with LEDs in a Beogram 4002 or 4004. Like most parts that we show on the blog, these parts are also available to other B&O enthusiasts. Just drop us an email or use the contact form in the blog, and you can have these. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Instead of letting YouTube now serve up some commercials or some strange videos, I thought, why not make a plug for the completely redesigned Beogram Commander remote control at this point. The Beogram Commander can control a Beogram 4002 or 4004 completely, so you never have to touch the keypad again, which is great because these keypads aren't really made for touching. One very often sees them with finger smudges on them or deteriorating clear coat, and so that looks pretty ugly. So if you still have one that looks good, then the Commander remote control is the perfect way to preserve it. It allows with an Apple TV remote to control the Beogram entirely. So basically all functions of the keypad are mirrored on the remote control, but it also adds auto repeat functionality and fast scanning functionality. So it actually turns the 4000 series Beogram a little bit into an 8000 series in terms of operational convenience. We have Commander remote controls for all Beogram types now, 4002 and 4004, even for the AC motor versions. Now only the DC motor versions are plug and play without soldering. The AC motor version, there is a little bit of soldering to be done. Of course, there is a dedicated video about the Beogram Commander remote control. I put the link to it into the description of this video here. Now let me show you real quick how the Commander interacts with a Beogram. This here shows the Commander board. It plugs directly into the keypad jack on the main PCB with this header. It is outfitted with an infrared receiver that feeds between the wood plinth and the metal enclosure of the turntable. This is how it interacts with the Apple remote. This here shows the auto repeat indicator. It is bolted into the keypad under the RPM panel. The board is shown configured for the Beogram 4002. This means the jumpers, these three red jumpers, need to be positioned on this header. If you wanted to use this board with a Beogram 4004, these jumpers need to be moved over here to the 4004 header. And you would need to plug in this adapter here into this jack that enables this board to be used with a 4004. This here shows the Commander board installed in a Beogram 4002. So here you see how the keypad connector plugs into the Commander board, and the Commander board with this header plugs into the jack where this plug is usually when you have a standard Beogram. The infrared receiver comes out here, and you see how it is fed between the wood plinth and the enclosure using this little gap here for the wiring. And that's how the infrared receiver peeks out from below the plinth. So it's hardly visible, but it can communicate with the Apple remote. This here shows the Commander functions. The Apple remote control has these buttons. The turntable is started, of course, with the start button of that remote. The button also operates as the pause function, so when you press it while it plays, then the arm will lift, and when you press it again, the arm will go down. This is the same like the down button here. The menu button activates the stop function. The left and right buttons here are used for scanning the tone arm, and if you press them longer, then the speed will switch from slow scanning to fast scanning. The button that scans to the right also doubles as the stop function, which you can activate using this button by double clicking it. The arm lift can be activated with the down button, and the auto repeat function is being activated with the up button. So if you press it once, you will get one auto repeat. If you press it up to 10 times, you get 2, 3, and so on, up to 10 auto repeats. The select button on the remote is being used to switch between 33 and 45 RPM. This button is also used for the platter swipe function. So if the turntable is off and you press this button, then the platter will start moving and you can swipe your record before you activate the start function. Okay, how about a brief demonstration? Start. Scan forward and fast. Scan backward and fast. And arm down and stop. This here demonstrates the auto repeat function. Press the up button once, then the LED lights up permanently indicating one repeat. You press it more, then it blinks indicating several repeats, and you press the menu button that cancels the auto repeat function. If you would like to get your own commander, you can get it directly at the Cleaner Vinyl store at cleanervinyl.com/commander, or you can get in touch with me at beolover@gmail.com. We are happy to ship to most countries via USPS, DHL Express, or FedEx International Priority. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.